There's no limit to human curiosity. Humans have made many strides in trying to demystify questions like, what is the full length of the universe? Where did we come from? And are we all alone? As a result, mankind has advanced their search to reach the moon and very recently reached Mars. However, the telescopes became the game changer in reaching the distances that spacecrafts could not conquer. Prepare to be amazed by the new James Webb telescope, which takes space exploration to the next level. You'll be shocked to find out the discoveries this new space explorer has made. Are you ready? Tune in and enjoy. The history of telescopes goes a long way to the 17th century in the Netherlands at around 1608. You will be amazed that the first telescopes were instruments in war used for observing enemies. The early telescopes were simply constructed with the tube containing only 2 lenses that could potentially magnify something by 3 times, allowing war captains to monitor their enemies over long distances. It was only after Galileo Galilei's optic tube that things switched over to the heavens. Galileo Galilei's telescope spotted craters on the moon and discovered the rings of Saturn, sparking curiosity about outer space. As a result, humans started making plans to explore the unknown. Many films have tried to paint a picture of what outer space looks like. For instance, many films relay the existence of aliens in outer space. Unfortunately, this is only their imagination. Humans have tried to explore outer space by sending a few individuals out of Earth's confine. Their efforts have paid quite. Nonetheless, there are places that humans cannot reach. It is believed that only 5% of space has been explored. Moreover, science explains that there are stars and other planets unknown to us, which are probably 10 times bigger than Earth. To be able to reach distances that spacecraft would not, the telescope came in handy. But this video will not talk about any other kind of telescope, but the James Webb telescope. This magnificent invention was made to replace the Hubble telescope. Just imagine something greater than the Hubble. The Hubble was launched 340 miles above Earth's surface back in 1990. Because of this short distance, it was easy to make some minor improvements and maintenance on the ship. This space beeper was responsible for the numerous pictures you may have seen regarding space. Among the most famous images includes the Hubble Ultra Deep Field, which peers through to the most distant galaxies. The picture showed a patch in space that contains over 10,000 galaxies lying up to 10 billion light years. Isn't that insane? Let me clarify something concerning the light years. 1 light year is equivalent to 9.5 trillion kilometers, so just imagine how far 10 billion light years is. The Hubble served well for over 20 years until recently when it developed myopia and started producing blurred images. Then the new stunning James Webb came to the rescue, which is 100 times more powerful than the Hubble. This insane space telescope was named after James Webb. James Webb was the administrator of NASA who played a crucial role in the mission Apollo. Because of his contribution, the telescope was named in his honor. It is the most expensive telescope in the entire world, with the price reaching a staggering $10 billion. During the early years of its manufacture, NASA invested about $500 million to jumpstart the project. However, due to the level of complexity and the expense of such a massive project, 2 renowned companies joined in to sponsor the project. So aside from NASA, the European Space Agency, or ESA, and the Canadian Space Agency, CSA, partnered to gear the 25-year-old project. The result was a massive telescope, whose height is equivalent to a 3-story building. A lot went into the design of this massive giant. Foremost, the telescope is fitted with 18 gold-coated hexagonal mirrors, each with an underlying camera. Each of these mirrors works independently to take its images and can rotate up to 6 degrees. What's interesting is that the images taken by the mirrors can be merged into one simple picture. You will be stunned to learn that the camera this mighty telescope uses are just out of this world. It was revealed that the cameras of the James Webb telescope measure 1 million pixels. That's far better than iPhone 13's camera. Moreover, the telescope relies on infrared radiation to detect an object in space. This is one major advantage that the James Webb telescope has over the Hubble. The camera used by Hubble used the traditional visible light to capture the images of the object in space, which are visible to the naked eye. However, the infrared camera captures what the naked eye cannot see. The explanation for the ability of the infrared camera is simple. All the objects in the universe, living or non-living, radiate some form of energy. This energy forms part of an electromagnetic spectrum which can only be detected by the infrared camera. James Webb's infrared camera is said to be capable of detecting the heat radiation of a US penny 25 miles away. With this technology, science might be at the edge of discovering the presence of life in outer space. There are many speculations about the existence of aliens and some other strange stories of strange visits by space inhabitants. But this telescope is set and ready to tell us the truth about what is happening out there. In fact, it will be able to detect an alien invasion far before the aliens reach the Earth. It could probably peer through to where they live and show us the level of technology and civilizations these creatures have reached thanks to its strategic position. It is said that the telescope can detect even the faintest of things beyond the dust of clouds. The 18 mirrors are said to be able to make observations of over 100 items simultaneously. When the James Webb telescope was released in late December 2021, it traveled to what is called the Lagrangian point. This point is where the Earth's orbital motion and the gravitational force cancel out. Furthermore, that ideal position is less affected by the sun's or the Earth's heat. The constructors of the telescope, however, took no chances with the space temperature. They framed a high-tech 5-layered sunscreen that would deter any amount of heat from the instrument. In addition, they ensured that the instrument would always maintain a cool temperature. The low temperature is necessary for the telescope to detect infrared wavelengths that are more or less longer than the human eye can see. The cooling mechanism of the James Webb telescope consists of a precooler that generates about 0.25 watts of cooling power at about 14 Kelvin with helium gas as the working fluid. A high-efficiency pump circulates the helium gas through conduction to the precooler, which transfers it to the mirror. As a result, the instrument maintains a temperature of -447 degrees Fahrenheit. With such cool temperatures, the JWST will be able to detect any life signature from far planets using wavelengths. This detection will majorly look for the discovery of elements like water, methane and oxygen in space at a distance of over 10 billion light-years. When the JWST was launched into space late last year, the telescope had a massive size of 69.5 by 46.5 feet. This is 3 times the size of Hubble. The massive size of this space explorer forced the scientists to make it foldable so it could fit its designed rocket. To achieve this, the mirrors and the 5 layers of sunscreen were made foldable, making them fold to almost half of their size. Once launched into space, the JWST traveled for 6 months, covering a distance of over 1.5 million kilometers from the Earth to reach the L2 strategic position. There, this magnificent spacecraft started the delicate task of setting itself up for its mission. Just one mistake and the mission would flop. The setting up process involved JWST offloading from the massive rocket and unfolding itself while facing away from the Sun and the Earth. It is supposed to stay in the L2 for 5 months before moving deeper into space. Scientists estimate that this space telescope might be in space for about 15 years. This is their supposedly lowest estimation, which might be exceeded due to the compact design of JWST. In fact, JWST might live in space for more than 30 years. Its counterpart, the Hubble, has been in space for over 30 years. However, the manufacturers previously speculated that it would be valid for about 10 years, but the Hubble seemingly had other plans. We might expect something better from the JWST, probably over 40 years of searching for the cosmos secrets. Unfortunately, there is a downside to this telescope. Unlike the Hubble, which would have occasional servicing, the JWST wouldn't be currently possible. Probably it won't be feasible, especially because of the distance the telescope travels. Nevertheless, many test trials were done on this space telescope to ensure its durability. Still, NASA might organize a servicing since they have a way around things. On July 12th of this year, the JWST released the first 5 scientific images, which was later released to the public. The level of precision of the pictures surpassed any telescope before, far beyond everyone's expectations. This is just the beginning of a new age in astronomy. With the new images, scientists will be able to calculate the distance of the galaxy using every bright spot filter that JWST measured. Astronomers are anxious to unravel the deep secrets of the black hole, and the images of this space telly seem to measure up. It's only a matter of time before they'll understand how the black hole is formed and what its constituents are. Not forgetting the world's richest man, Elon Musk, who's planning to colonize Mars. Perhaps more life-supporting galaxies will be unveiled for the ambitious genius to further his space exploration. Commenting on the JWST mission, Elon Musk said, "This is a big deal." And sure, it is a big deal. The future is bright, and so will humans' knowledge of space. More exciting innovations are yet to make things even more exciting, just as the JWST, which promises extreme pleasant discoveries in the unknown. Are you excited about the future? What do you think about the JWST telescope? Let us know in the comments below. If you'd like to watch more videos, subscribe to this channel with the notifications enabled. You can show some love by liking and sharing this video with a friend. Thanks for watching.